I didn't plan to catch her that night. I wasn't even supposed to be there. But fate has a cruel sense of timing, and sometimes, the truth doesn't wait for permission to be seen. It started with a phone that wouldn't stop buzzing. Olivia had left it on the counter before leaving for her business dinner. She'd been dressing differently lately, sleek dresses, red lipstick, heels she used to save for anniversaries. I wanted to believe her, to trust that it was just career ambition pushing her harder. She'd worked her way up in her company, and tonight, she said, was about impressing the CEO. The phone buzzed again. Then again. Curiosity is a dangerous thing. It doesn't knock, it kicks the door down. When I looked at the screen, my chest tightened. A message preview glowed in the dark kitchen light. Room 809. Can't wait to see you. No name. Just that. I froze. My first instinct was denial. Maybe it was a colleague. Maybe see you meant a meeting. Not what my mind was screaming. But deep down, I knew. The late nights, the sudden secrecy, the new perfume that wasn't mine, it all added up now, perfectly, painfully. I sat there for 10 minutes, staring at that screen, my mind looping between rage and disbelief. Then I grabbed my keys and drove. The hotel wasn't far, 5 miles, maybe. I don't remember the drive, only the sickening rush in my veins, the sound of my heart pounding against the steering wheel. Every red light felt like an insult. Every minute stretched into eternity. When I walked through the hotel lobby, I forced myself to act calm. The receptionist smiled, oblivious. I asked which floor the company dinner was on. She told me the restaurant had closed an hour ago. Do you have a guest named Olivia Ward checked in? I asked, my voice steady but cold. Her eyes flickered. I'm sorry, sir, I can't disclose. I held up my phone, showing the message. Room 809. I just need to drop something off for her. A pause. A sympathetic look. Then she nodded slightly toward the elevators. 8th floor. The hallway outside room 809 smelled like expensive perfume and cheap guilt. I heard laughter behind the door. Low, breathy, intimate. Then a man's voice, smooth, confident. I recognized it instantly. David Callahan. Her CEO. He'd been to our house once for dinner. Shook my hand. Complimented Olivia. Told me how lucky she was to have such support at home. I'd believed him. Now his laugh was echoing behind a hotel door, tangled with hers. My hand trembled as I gripped the handle. I should have walked away. I should have saved myself the sight that would haunt me for years. But I didn't. I swiped the keycard I'd quietly taken from her gym bag earlier that week. She'd used it before for company travel, and I'd copied it, half out of instinct, half out of suspicion. The lock clicked. The door opened an inch, and in that moment, the world fell apart. She was there, her hair messy, her skin glowing in the dim light. The silk sheets barely covered her. And him, shirtless, smiling, like he owned the world and everything in it, including my wife. For a second, none of them noticed me. I stood there, frozen in the doorway, watching the betrayal unfold like a scene from someone else's nightmare. Then Olivia turned. Her eyes widened. Daniel. The sound of my name from her lips made me sick. David sat up, not even trying to hide. What the hell are you doing here? I didn't answer. I just stared at her. The silence stretched so long it became unbearable. She fumbled for the sheet, clutching it to her chest. This isn't what it looks like. Don't, I said quietly. My voice didn't even sound like mine. Don't insult me like that. She started to cry, whispering something about confusion, pressure, stress at work. I didn't hear her. My focus was on David, smug, relaxed, like I was an inconvenience interrupting his evening. You should leave, he said, tone flat. This is between us. I turned to him, and something inside me broke. The kind of break that doesn't bleed, it burns. Between us. I said softly, you're sleeping with my wife, in a hotel I helped her book, using the bonus I worked for. And you think this is between us? He smirked, but I saw a flicker of unease. You can't prove anything. She came willingly. Olivia sobbed. David, please. But I wasn't listening anymore. I took out my phone, hit play, and held it up. A recording played, their voices, clear as day. I'd planted a small audio recorder in her car weeks ago when the late night started. I hadn't wanted to use it. I'd hoped it would prove me wrong. But it hadn't. On the recording, David's voice said, "Your husband's too soft. He'd never suspect a thing." Her reply followed, cruel and laughing. "He's predictable. That's what makes it so easy." The room went dead silent. I looked at her one last time. "You're right," I said quietly. "I was predictable. But not anymore." I walked out. She screamed after me, begged, cried, but I didn't turn back. The next few weeks were chaos. I filed for divorce immediately, but that wasn't enough. I'd spent 10 years building that woman up, supporting her through promotions, moving cities for her career. And she'd repaid it by crawling into bed with her boss. So I used what I had, proof. I sent the recordings, photos, and timestamps to the company's HR department and board of directors. David Callahan was fired within 48 hours. The scandal hit the news. CEO caught in affair with married employee. It was everywhere. Olivia tried to reach out, saying I'd ruined her life. But she'd already done that herself. I didn't reply. Months passed. The house felt empty, but peaceful. I kept my routine, work, gym, quiet dinners alone. Healing wasn't quick, but it was honest. Then, one evening, I got a call from an unknown number. Her voice came through, shaky, tired. "Daniel, please. Can we talk?" I hesitated, then said, "About what?" "I lost everything," she whispered. "The job, my reputation. No one will hire me. I need you to understand that I didn't mean to hurt you." I almost laughed. "You didn't mean to. You just did it anyway." She started crying again. "I made a mistake. I thought he cared about me." I closed my eyes, remembering the recording, her laughter, his arrogance. "You thought wrong." "Please," she said softly. "I still love you." That line might have once broken me. Now it just sounded hollow. "No, Olivia," I said. "You loved the life I gave you. And that's gone now." I hung up. Later that night, I sat on the porch, looking up at the stars. The air was cold, but clean. For the first time in years, I felt free. Some people think revenge means destruction, but that's not true. Real revenge is silence. It's walking away while their world burns behind you. And as I sat there listening to the night, I realized something simple. She'd taken my trust, my peace, my faith in love. But she'd also given me clarity. I didn't lose a wife that night in the hotel. I lost a liar.